So, Sani and TD, since we have two of you here, I guess you could just take turns or whatever. But maybe tell me a little bit of background about yourselves, when you got into crypto, when you got into Wax, and how you came about deciding to start your Twitch channel and your project.
Yeah, you want to go first,
First,
Sammy?
Either one.
this happens every time we stream.
Up
Yeah, you should
to,
just
up
have
to
this
you.
scripted by now. So I started digging around Ethereum slash Solidity developer docs and websites that were highlighting dApps back in like 20. I think as early as maybe like 17 and 18. 2019 is when I started getting more active with actually checking the state of the dApps website every day. And I saw a banner ad, and it just attracted my attention because you didn't see him like this colorful or this. I kind of want to say well done, but it was like a silly cartoon llama. So like that's usually not. I'm not usually their target demographic, but I clicked on it anyways, and it's a game called Upland. That's where I installed Discord for the first time. What a life-changing event that was. All of it has been life-changing. But I got pretty involved in the Upland community and Discord and met some amazing people that I've met in real life and are my closest friends in the world right now. Actually, that's singular. It's only Sani. That's the only person that I talk to. But yeah, I met Sani through Upland, and we then went and worked on a project together on Wax. And I think somewhere slightly before that, and after we left there to found NFTGamerTV and do that full time. And along the way there were all kinds, I guess, of important benchmarks that I'm forgetting of, but I'll let Sani pick it up from there.
Do I start at square one for myself or just start there?
Sure.
Sani
Just
should
a
be
quick,
in
a
movies.
quick background of how you got into the wax and whatnot. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, so I'm, I guess, a longtime gamer. When I was super little, actually, the doctor basically said my motor skills weren't developing well enough, so he told my mom to get me a Game Boy, and just been gaming ever since then. And used to try to trade items in games like Rocket League to actually make some income before accounts started getting shut down for stuff like that. And then I had heard about this thing called Earth 2. I'm sure a lot of people have heard that. And I had also heard about blockchain because I'd been interested in crypto from just hearing about it a few times and like buying pennies of it here and there, just out of curiosity. And so anyway, I heard about Earth 2 where you could actually trade your items and like own the in-game items and nobody could do anything about it. I was like, why wouldn't they do this with blockchain? So I Googled Earth 2 with blockchain and found Upland, and that's how I found TD, who walked me through like the most simple questions. I'm surprised he put up with it. It's like asking him
Yeah.
what 2 plus 2 is equal to. But yeah, he put up with it. I instantly was like, this is an awesome dude. He's helping somebody who has no idea what they're doing for no benefit to himself, just because he enjoys the game too and he likes helping people. So then TD like invited me onto an interview with
He's
BDAG.
leaving out a very, very significant detail about why I wanted him to interview, but that's okay. I guess we don't have
Oh yeah. So the reason I needed to ask those super simple questions was because when I first heard about Upland, the Grand Central Station auction was going on, and I was like, if I'm gonna actually get into this game, why not make a splash when I do it, and get a property that, which honestly, I would argue that purchase is why I've stayed in Upland. Like that's kind of,
Yeah, dude.
I feel like my Upland identity now. So I'm glad I
Yeah.
did it. But I needed his help getting to Grand Central from
If you guys don't know
wherever I spawned.
what he means or why our main channel in our server is named Grand Sany, that's why it's after Grand Central Station. which was a 21,000 USD NFT purchase. Which is pretty baller.
Wow.
Did I freeze? Did somebody freeze?
No, you're
No.
good.
Nice.
Yeah, and I still make a pretty, like, I've made pretty good divs from that, from the send fees, just because that's like the only one in New York.
Right.
I kind of got lucky that that was my first property.
That's more than a splash. Agreed. That's knocking half of the pool water out of the pool.
Nice. Awesome. So once you started, you met up. What was your next step? How did you start, like, creating your channel? Or did the project come first, or the channel come first?
The concept was first for sure, but it was a hand-in-hand thing, right? So the concept was education, learn to earn, and at the time our planet was a big, I think it was on its decline, but it was still, I think, April of that year, and it wasn't total shit at that point. The concept came first. I believe that's where I kind of sketched out like the beginnings of what a white paper looked like, but there were really no solid, that's not fair, I'm not going to say that. There weren't many streamers at the time, at least not like there are now. So we saw, an obvious need, the space for that. Mm-hmm. And I think the birthday of our Twitch channel was June, maybe, right, Sani? Something like that.
Yeah,
June 8th,
based on what we look back.
Yeah, didn't Alcy just jot down a date for that? I think it was like the 6th. So, yeah, around June last year. And I guess
June
we've
6th,
always approached it from
chat.
like we're doing it not necessarily for ourselves or our own benefit. If you guys don't know this, we don't take payments for really anything. I think we've done maybe 2 pieces of recorded content. So like pre-recorded, put together a demo video for our game or whatever. But which is not to say there's anything wrong with people who do take paid advertisements. We're kind of just talking about this recently. In fact, right before I came on the stream, I'm proud to say that we never have. I think the reason why the FCC requires that you do that for TV, a legitimate reason. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Just spreading that knowledge around.
I got a smooth jazz voice.
Smooth jazz voice. TD could whisper sweet nothings like a beast. I never even introduced you by name. Of course, your name's on there, but TD and Sany.
Yeah.
For sure. Have you delved much into other chains, or were you went on to Wax and you're like never out of Wax? This is what we're sticking with. How'd that go?
Well, I mean, I technically started with EOS. That's where Upland was, but it's kind of hand in hand with Wax. And then what was the next chain? Probably Binance Smart Chain was pretty active early on. I haven't logged into my MetaMask wallet in forever, but Matic, obviously Ethereum. Sany's been more involved into those projects, so he can probably speak to that.
Yeah, I've done a bit on Sol. My first times trying to get into Ethereum was basically just rug pull after rug pull or scam after scam. Just basically taking because I tried to go into Ethereum kind of off of our planet, and basically just like a ton of my profit from our planet just went straight into Ethereum scams. So that kind of turned me off of Ethereum. I still watch it. I still have some interest in the chain just because it's where there's so much volume there compared to other chains, but like dollar volume, not necessarily user volume, but dollar volume still it's meaningful.
That's
and then
the
Solana.
Yeah, I mean, until Wax has that type of dollar volume, the mainstream isn't gonna look at it as much. But
Yeah, they don't care if
that's
it's
'cause
5 million
everything
people or
costs so
5,000.
much
They care
there,
about
though.
the.
That's a reason. I mean, everything's nice and cheap and for the common folk here on Wax. So,
Yeah, and I'd argue there's a lot of like market volume that appears as market volume, but really it's wash trading, a
oh
mix
yeah,
of like
yeah.
wash trading as well as basically, what is it? Like fraud, embezzlement, I guess. Moving money in ways that they shouldn't.
So Alcy says, I don't think
Laundering,
anyone's ever
yeah.
going to sell.
Laundering,
Laundering
yeah.
through
Word.
an NFT sale. Absolutely, that happens. Um, but that's cool. So, but you're still Wax focused now. I mean, your whole the giveaway. Do you do other chains, or is it only Wax on the tickets and your promotion? I mean, you're pretty much promoting mostly just Wax now, right?
Mostly
Right.
Wax.
I'll always be a core. Go ahead, Sani.
No, you're good. There's some Solana projects that we're big fans of,
right.
like Mini Royale, Metawana.
Yeah.
EV.io is a good one. We don't know the team there, but it's a pretty fun first-person shooter. So like, I feel like we just try to find fun games to play, which there are quite a few on Solana that it would be awesome if, like, I feel like that's the reason I at least stay Wax-centric is because to all those games, even though I play them on Solana, every time I open it up, like, this could just be more efficient if it were on Wax.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with other chains and games. I mean, I'm still learning and stuff, but it's usually always a time commitment. So it's like I want to learn and get into things, but then we're just got those priorities and work. But that's awesome that of what you just said, that you're that you're into the games, things like that, and it's not just Wax, so that's what's up. I had a question at the top of my head and then I lost it. We can look into your site and everything else, but did you want to go say anything else, cover anything else about what you're doing? You just reached 5,000 followers on Twitch. That's awesome. Applause. Awesome.
Yeah,
exciting,
dude.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it happened, I believe, on the dev stream that I was doing with Brandon. Yeah, dude.
And you also had an anniversary, so that was what, 50 episodes?
50 episodes on the Weekend Wax. Yeah. So it's obvious, like, we're coming up on significant milestones. You know what? I heard somebody, Sani, not too long ago. I was listening to maybe one of the motivational speakers that I listened to, and it was like they had this huge celebration for 1 million, whatever, and then they were currently at 6 million and never celebrated another milestone. I don't know how we're gonna feel. Like, I feel like we're still gonna celebrate 10K and 25K and onward.
Well, why not? You got, especially when you're doing commemorative tickets. I would.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Commemorate them. That's awesome. And you definitely talk to a lot of different people. Do you, so are you interviewing more than just Wax, or are you talking?
Oh yeah.
So you interview a multitude of different things, and sometimes you just have chats. You're not just interviewing. Cause you have like Wax Wednesdays or something. Anything? I don't follow them too much. I mean, I try when I can, but I don't catch everything you do. So tell us about your shows, maybe. What types of shows do you regularly do?
So the Weekend Wax came first. Obviously, we're at 50. And then what came next consistently, Sani? Taco Tuesdays and Warsaken Wednesdays. And we have a Twitter space on Thursday. So I think Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are the only days that we don't have something regularly scheduled. We've kind of just filled it with interviews. And it's been kind of amazing that the effort that we've put out to try to draw in interviews it does not equal they kind of just happen, right? Like, have you ever won out? I mean, I have unsolicited interviews now that I think about it, but like not actively, right? Like it's just.
But projects are coming to you as well for the
Yeah,
interviews?
I didn't want to say like that because that sounds cocky, and that's definitely not what I mean. But
well, no, I think
like,
it's a great thing. I think it's great that the creators are thinking about that and doing that. I mean, that's kind of what picked us up a bit in May, is when we did that, and I went on to your show plus a number of others. But that's for Wax Collections. That's what they should be doing. I think if they haven't already been on one of these Wax streamer shows, multiple of them, they should be doing that to talk about their project. I think it's a great thing. And we all do giveaways too. So there you go. Like if you have a collection and you have NFTs to give away as promotion, this is a great way to do it. You can do it through their ticket system or any of the other streamers that you get on. Just do it on the stream. Or for us, we do our puzzle games or whatever. So, I mean, I've said it many times, and so do users, but Wax community is awesome. The creators are willing to work together, and we do collabs I see collabs all the time, and that's just beautiful. You don't see that much of that in other chains. And same thing with the users. They're in here. Somebody said, I think Dogefellas mentioned the fact that Wax is so cheap. Or not the coin. I mean, the coin is too, but like NFTs, they're so cheap. They're to where us common folk can get into them. Not only that, but we can get into a multitude of them. We don't have to choose like our one favorite collection because that's all we can afford. We can actually go and check out all these different ones and like grab here and there, and do giveaways and all these free ones from giveaways through Wax's tools and allowing us to do it, and then the fact that they're so cheap to do it and no fees and all that good stuff. So that's amazing for Wax, and I really hope to see more mainstream game usage because we're seeing it. I mean, we are seeing it on Wax with gaming, and I think me and you were talking like at some point when like an IGN gets here, it's just gonna one big
you don't
player.
Have a strong community bond. Yep.
One big player coming in and kind of telling the masses like, hey, you can own your in-game assets now, and it's like really cheap and totally easy to do. So that's awesome. Hey, that goes along with a question here from Mad Faded Baby. What is Sani and TD excited for in the future? What are you excited for? Everything?
I can answer that. I don't think Sani heard you. So
I was listening. I don't know what I would say. I'm excited.
You can answer the question, repeat the question back so he can hear it and not be put on the spot.
What is Sani
I
and
heard
TD
it. He said, what am I excited
for?
Exactly what you just said. I think 2023 is going to be like maybe around the springtime. So we just had like a Gamescom that I know that Atomic Hub was at. There were representatives from like the Wax community and likely the Wax team also, although I don't know that for sure. And so they're starting to make those contacts, and people are now able to do things with the Wax wallet sign-in that they weren't able to do previously. And by that I mean things like SDKs. The Unity comes to mind. Shout out to Josh and everything he's done for the community. Now that those tools are kind of in place and these relationships are forming, I think that however long it takes to create a game, if you're double or AAA right now, like that time span to the future is like where we're really going to start seeing some really cool shit happening, and the functionality and the features really that the Wax blockchain provides compared to other EVM chains, I think is going to really set them apart. It's going to definitely be the gaming blockchain.
That's what I like to hear. Well, I'm certainly excited for all that too. I think we're in the right space for this kind of mentality of gaming utility, and yeah, I'm happy to be part of it. I hope we see a lot more goodies, and same thing with ConsumerBreak. We see a lot more collabs and things coming out, and people enjoying that.
Sani, what are you most excited about coming in I had a
Like
long
right
answer.
now,
I'm sorry.
having to do with NFTs. Different answers. I mean, that's a tough answer. I guess, like, I want to say I'm excited for AAA Gaming to really make
Yeah.
its way into the NFT space, but at the same time, I don't have complete faith that those who would bring in AAA games actually plan to make a game for the community. In which point, like at which point, why make an NFT game?
It's
Like
a
if
fad.
you're, yeah.
Buzzword.
So yeah, I guess a lot of my hopes come with big fears as well.
Yeah, you make a good point because if it's done right, then yeah, it's amazing. But then at the same time, some of these big corporations can see it as a cash grab, and they would treat NFTs as in-game microtransactions, just like it's just and the mainstream can see it that way. It's like, oh, and they are seeing it that way. Mainstream
Yeah.
NFTs, they're like, oh, this is just the new microtransaction. That's all it is. So that is kind of a worry if a big AAA company came into Wax and didn't do it in the best interest of the users, that could turn off.
Well, plus
people.
like
So
those larger companies have like over a decade of experience. Some of them developing how to like perfectly and how to maximize monetary extraction from their players. Like
yeah.
they've spent years developing the perfect and most efficient way to do that. So I'm just worried that like those models are going to come over to the NFT space, and I don't think
the
it fits here.
collections on Wax are like the total opposite. So many of them I've talked to, it's all about wanting the best for the community as a whole, not for your own pocket. Yeah, these are all things. I mean, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the landscape unfolds. But I'm sure as a whole, crypto and NFT and metaverse is just gonna continue skyrocketing over the years. But we'll just see how it goes. We need a grub break, so let's go ahead and do that. After we do that, we'll look at their website and their ticket redeeming. I think King Kong mentioned that his ticket wasn't. We'll look at all that. We'll look at all that.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll show you how to fix that. So
None of
we're
them are
kind of
showing
in
up
this
as
soft launch
unblocked.
troubleshooting phase right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's no problem. The prizes are the giveaway tickets. It's a commemorative one for Wombat Dungeon Master. So what exactly are you commemorating? Just the game, or is it some kind of?
The BCB ones, but we actually so they do a challenge at the ambassadors program for, I guess, the best I don't know what the criteria is. They have a winner every week, and we won the last week. It's really just an excuse to make up a new image to test it and to make sure that it's working as designed on the ticket. But it was a cool win. I think it was like 650 wax, which we were able to turn around and support the Jittery Ape project, which is so they're on Wax. They do a VIRL thing with coffee, and yeah, their drop had just went live. I think like the morning after, or the morning that we heard of it. It was like within hours. So I figured it was perfect timing for that.
Great. What about the Wombat commemorative? That's the one on the Grubfish.
So yeah, that's our when we talked about forming a NFTG Wombat clan. So if you're familiar with Wombat, Sani could probably tell you more about it. They have clans or something. The one thing that we talked about very early on in our discussions of like what kind of a philosophy will we have as a company? What kind of charitable or social issues will we address? Because like those are, I would bet those are questions that not many projects ask themselves or of their teams, but maybe they do. And we knew what it was. At least I knew what it was. We were checking out projects on a stream or a screen share or something, and I said, Sani, what do you think of this one here? And he said, not bad. I could do without the fan service. And I'd never heard that term. So this might be a surprise to you guys, but I'm not a gamer. I've played Madden all my life. I've played basketball, whether it be 2K or whatever, but not to the degree that a gamer would play. And so I had never heard, the term phrase fan services. If you don't know what it is, I mean, you can just Google it. It's the, I guess, in this specific instant, it was like over sexualization of characters for just to sell a project that was probably didn't have the substance to sell it itself otherwise. I mean, Sany's like half my age, man. And for I don't know, like maybe I'm old school, but to see that kind of wisdom on such a young man was definitely refreshing. And
heard that.
If you have kids, if you have daughters, you change. Like things change when that happens. They always told me that it would, and I didn't believe them, but I very much share the same opinion, right? And so where I'm going with this is lifting up women in this space that have a like not an easy time. Like I don't want to say that I know like at all. Obviously, I have no idea. But when I heard that females have to choose a different screen name than the one that they usually use because they're maybe going into an environment where it's going to draw harassment, like that just sucks, right? And we were here early enough in NFTs to like maybe make a difference. And so that's what the all-female Wombat clan was about, the NFTG chicks.
Awesome. And we'll look, that's on the third level of the puzzle, so I'm going to look at that right after this one. So 1st, 10th, and 20th, we'll get a Wombat Clan commemorative ticket. All right? All right. And then after this, I'll look at the puzzle. I'll post the bounty block link, and then we'll look at your website for the tickets. And if you wanted to screen share it and kind of navigate yourself,
yeah, I sure will.
You can too. Yeah, you can do that too. So go ahead and use that same video link, ninja link there on a separate tab. Separate tab, and then that'll do it. All right, here we go. Oh, good luck. Good luck.
Dude, so that's not the same thing, Sani, at all. I would not challenge a non-gamer.
It's not a card game?
No, it is. I wouldn't assume that a non-gamer can't play poker. I would not assume that.
No, I'm just assuming I would still beat you at poker.
No, I don't. Dude, I lived in Atlantic City for like 20 years.
Oh, man. We got a gambler in the house.
I'm not a...
I've been to AC one time.
But yeah. Do you remember where you went?
Yeah.
That's my stop. Yeah.
I went to Bader Field for Metallica's first festival. They had two for their own festival. It's called Orion Music and More. 2012. And that's when I went to Atlantic City. As far as the casinos and crap, I don't remember. We did go to one. But I don't really have gambling money, so we just played a few slots and called it a day.
So you wanted me to start a new session, it looks like. Why, is that different than... There's a share button at the bottom. Does that take my...
It should. If you open up a new window with the video ninja, and then you should be able to screen share, and it'll give me a new link. So that way we keep your cam as well.
Yeah. And we can share this one.
All right. Congratulations.
Hey, yeah, thanks for dropping that Jittery 8 coffee link puzzle. You're the best.
There we go.
Yeah, we are two awesome, the married couple. super supportive of Wax and the Wax community, and I tweeted about it. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Awesome.
I said something to the effect of, "Here's your opportunity to support a small project or and reciprocate." They've done quite a bit.
All right, Princess Phoenix, how'd you win again? How do you play Grub so well? You won one of those tickets, as did Ooga, as did Reddish Fox. You guys got a giveaway ticket that is the Wombat Clan commemorative version of it. All right? So you can hit the grubs again. All of these will be sent out later by tomorrow. So I don't do that stuff on stream, but you'll get it tomorrow. And let's see what we got here. Actually, before we go into your website, let me show the puzzle a little bit. Boom.
Yeah. So the puzzle. So I'm not an artist, and so let me disclaimer it with that.
No, you're good. I thought it came out great.
I'm not an artist.
Because a lot of times I've been just grabbing content and putting them together. So TD actually made the puzzles himself, and then I added like the prizes on top of the image. But one of them shows that clan, so let's just look at that right quick. So we have here. Well, first off, so if you go here to NFTGamerTV, that's your game. Your first level will show your blockchain brawlers win. The win.
Nice.
And I guess I'll just speed
Yeah.
through.
There's mean face Sani there.
Boom.
TD turned me into a frown. I like it.
And while we're on this image, I'm going to drop the link to the bounty blocks. Now, obviously, we're going to share this link later as well, like in our Discords and whatnot. And it lasts for a whole week, so it's not something you have to do right now. But it is there. And here's what she looks like. We're going to do 5 winners, five drawings, and every one of them will get an NFT Gamer TV giveaway ticket, the Wombat commemorative one, and also you'll get a legendary poster from us, which would be the Harvester or the Terrorizer. So 5 people will get two NFTs that are pretty good. And in order to enter all those, you can follow us on Twitch, join our Discords, follow us on Twitter, download ConsumerBreak, get your 5 entries, download ConsumerBreak, YouTube, and then some cool ones if you hold NFTs from us. So any of the 5 base cards from the season, or these guys right here. So we have a Sani one. That's why I mentioned the brawlers are good to show right now. Good loads. Come on now, internet. Do better, as BD would say.
You might have to scroll down to look at the actual assets. I'm not sure if you look at the template, it'll show up.
Oh,
but it
that's
should
right.
show, like when you scroll down on the template page, it should show all the individual assets.
There they are.
Yeah, oh yeah, there.
Yeah.
They
We got the Sani brawler.
are. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, I was going to show the shark tooth that TD put in there is real. I actually
yeah,
wear it every day.
Yeah.
And he did a pretty good job. He made it like off of an image of, I just sent him a picture of this and
Yeah,
he
dude.
made that. He did pretty well.
Yeah, I don't have a gold chain like that though. Yet.
So there you
Not
go.
yet.
If you hold this one, or if you hold that one, you also get 3 entries. 3 entries each, plus our 5 base cards.
Wow.
Uga says, where do you
That's
get the... Or you're talking about them or us? Where do I get
Yeah.
your NFTs? Where are these available? How would you get these
So
ones?
they were airdropped to a very select group. There will be a more open drop coming here pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah, the TD and the Sany were dropped to our VIPs, like the people who joined our Discord.
All right. So
and have
to
been
get those two,
active.
you'd have to hit the secondary then on those. All right.
Yeah, Wiga doesn't have one. That's surprising to me. Do you not? How do you not have one, Wiga?
Wiga? Oga? Wiga?
Yeah, we'll have. Yeah, we'll have to talk offline. I don't know
I was
that
thinking
I
the
can.
same thing.
Yeah, I don't know that I can okay that, dude. That's not acceptable, right? Wiga is always a supporter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big supporter of wax
Yeah.
wax streamers for sure.
Yeah.
So here on this level number 2, we got a nice celebration puzzle. Thank you for 5,000 followers. That is a big deal for Twitch. That's great, especially being a wax centric channel. That's really awesome to see. I love
I don't know
seeing.
how that happened, dude. It's, I mean, yeah, that's up there. If I look, I've never even looked really until we hit. And I was like, damn, that is.
That's awesome.
Quite a
And
bit.
I love seeing. I mean, that's what we need as wax ambassadors. We want to not just spread the love, but spread education and tell people about wax. And then there's numerous streams that do that. So it's awesome that you're one of these bigger ones that people tune in and learn stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
So here on our last puzzle, this is the actual competition one. This is the one you would be solving your 10 attempts to get on the leaderboard. And once I get it solved here, you'll see the prizes on it, as well as some artwork for the clan, the Dungeon Clan. And do you want to tell us a little more about that? So you mentioned it's because you gave us a little intro there. You said
Yeah, so there were 6 females in our community, from left to right. There, it would be Very Tori, Crystal, Prince, Phoenix Tats Flying. She's a Phoenix. Princey Agent, Elsie, of course, and then Tiny Mrs. B as the mascot from Jittery Ape. And basically, just what I had a lot of fun with it.
You did not do those left to right. It just had
No,
to
I
point that
didn't.
out.
I didn't. Oh, the screen that I'm looking at, left to right. I mirrored. I did it the other way then, huh? Somebody's mirrored. It's okay.
Well, because who's the far right?
For me, Elsie.
Under the R.
is it mirrored? Or is the text
Gamer.
mirrored for you or not?
Yeah, I didn't forget my left and right, so I know what I'm doing.
No, never mind. I'll leave it alone. Just keep going.
Yeah. Now I lost my train of thought. They all have a persona or a Discord name or something that I just tried to put into an artistic and fun way as a wombat. And I don't know. I like each one for a different reason.
Cool.
Some took a lot more time than the other. Which way did they go? Under the R, Sanika is Tiny Mrs. B. Oh, yeah. So that's the middle, though. That's not, like I said, left to right, and then it's a circle.
Yeah, that was what I was bringing up because I was like, the far right is definitely not Tiny Mrs. B, is it?
Yeah.
I had thought that was Elsie.
If you're going in a circle, it would be, yeah.
Well, regardless, TD was mentioning that they're lifting up women in wax. There's a minority of women compared to men in crypto, and it can be hard for them.
Oh, yeah.
And this is kind of a commemorative thing in Wombat as a Wombat clan to kind of showcase, because there are some really awesome women that are doing great things in wax. Puzzler's helping me out a whole bunch. Schnazzy,
Oh, wow.
I was listening to Schnazzy yesterday on the Wax Wednesday. She's really smart. She really knows what she's talking about. And, some others. So that's great. That's great you're showcasing that.
Yeah. Cosmic Alien, you're right. So that's like another thing. And I really try hard not to do that. Unless I know the female, and then I do it more often than not. because you can be a bro no matter what your gender.
True that.
A
We're
bra.
we're all
Yeah.
brothers and sisters. All right, I'm gonna bring up your screen share, and we'll look at your website. So give us a little
Yes,
tour.
this will be the new one that I'm. It's kind of live. It'll be.
Yeah, give
I'm
us
hosting
a
it
little
locally.
tour of what's going on and how it all works and
Yeah.
all that goodies. You're on now.
Yeah, cool. So this is the landing page. You can do the NFT Gamerverse. I got this fun little movie blocks over here. We got some highlighted chains here. So obviously Wax, EOS, Solana, Ethereum, and Gala, which was one we didn't mention. Gala's been pretty huge. Scroll down and here you can see some navigation for the tickets. I know somebody had asked what the blue ones were for. You take them to our blend page. The 2 half stubs get you a full stub. 3 full stubs get you a multicolor, and 2 multicolor get you a full giveaway ticket. So it might take you a little while to get there. But if you come to our streams, Sani sends them out, and if we miss it, we make sure that we circle back to it. Damn it, I should have just reloaded this page. I had this sitting here. So it's local, there's some issues. Yeah, here's our live streaming content module. So like I said, we do the Week in Wax every Monday. And then obviously just a footer. Go to our menu. There's 3 pages here. I'll try to go through them quickly. If you guys know Nostalgeek, he's one of our moderators. Thank goodness this. Oh my God. Thank goodness this didn't say anything other than Geekopedia. But so he created a repository of tools and links and all kinds of great stuff. So much so that I giving a dedicated space on the on our website, and I just kind of was testing some functionality, so I made it so that you can click on it and change the name. So that's something fun to do for now. I'm not sure if that's going to stay, but
that's ConsumerBreak. All right.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to do. I'll go to the redeem page next. So this is the new redeem page. There is a live link for you to go and redeem your tickets, and it is not this one. I'm on a different
somebody asked if I
repo.
bought a ticket, do I have to be on stream to win if I get picked? No, the tickets you would redeem right on the website, and you would instantly get your reward, your NFT. So it has nothing to do with
Or you
the stream.
should. If the reward isn't claiming, DM. I always have my DMs open, so just Sani in our Discord. Feel free to DM me. There's just something we have to do in the contract to get them to unstick sometimes.
So Puzzle dropped the old site link. Thank you so much for doing that. I dropped, if there's any devs out there, you'll recognize that URL. Sure.
Barslab.
Vercel is, I develop in Next.js. I love it to death. And yeah, here's the redeem page. We got some stats added to it. And again, I can't stress this enough. This has been all Sani. He's an absolute saint, an amazing person.
Awesome.
Because all of this is basically from him. Yeah, we got a nice little scroller that shows you what's been redeemed. So this is gonna change. I don't like it that it shouldn't show 3 of the same thing. Sani should show 1 of them, and then maybe that there's 3, but we should get more.
Oh, like make sure they're all unique somehow.
Yeah. And so yeah, here
That's
you
a
can
good point.
see. So this is
I didn't
the
realize we
NFT Gamer
had 3 of them in there.
TV. Say again.
I didn't even realize we had 3 of them in there.
Yeah. So yeah, this is where you would come to redeem. I don't know if this is going to go through. Hopefully, where's my anchor at?
It's a cool website. It's still, like you said, work in progress. It can always evolve as well. But I think it's a really like I said before, originally, it's a really neat concept. And once you have your ticket, you would just go here and do that and get your reward.
Yeah.
The actual ticket itself, that is the prizes that are given out on streams or wherever else. So you have to be present to win the tickets based on however it is you get them. But once you have a ticket, or if you buy one, you can go to the website and just do your claiming. There you go. What you got there?
Computer, a Taco Racer's computer, right, Sani?
Yep. It's a crafting part in Taco Racers. I think there's 5 parts to make a vehicle.
Yeah. All right. Well, sweet. So yeah, I actually just redeemed that. It'll go back into the pool. And then what I'm working on most recently. Oh shit! Is this gonna load? It might load. Nope. I gotta go back over here. My bad.
What's up, NFT Andy?
Yeah.
Shouts NFT Andy, great streamer as well. There's his link.
Yeah. So here I am back locally, putting together it's a tool that I know that I need regularly, right? People will ask, like, what's a good time for us to interview? What time stream? And so please, first of all, please don't be offended if you don't see yourself up on here. This is still in development, and I just grabbed a handful of like whoever was streaming that day. But yeah, you can't. Data is usually the answer to most problems, or you need information, right? When they ask that question, what's a good time for you to stream? My answer more often than not has been, I can make whatever work, or you tell me whatever is good for you. And it's because I wouldn't have this readily available. I would have to go to each individual streamer's Twitch page and look to like it's not feasible. So if you're not keeping track of it, or have a tool, it's probably not going to happen. And so I think through the months we had heard and been involved in attempts to try to organize raids, right? So we love raiding streamers and projects that are currently going. I feel like there's no method to the madness. It's just whoever's on, and
yeah, that's how we all do. I think this is fantastic, actually, especially people that aren't familiar too much with WAX streamers and they want to start. This is a perfect place to go and like hit the follow on them and then see the schedule of when they're on. So I'm assuming once it's no longer a work in progress, you're gonna have all the WAX streamers on there, huh? With their schedule.
Yeah.
And that go automatically based on the Twitch schedules, or do you have to manually
throw
them in?
Yep. Yeah,
Really?
As long as you have your Twitch schedule. And so I don't know if you can see these badges here. That's just my rendition of a WAX Ambassador badge, and so that's going to give me the opportunity to test some more functionality. At some point, I haven't told anybody this yet, so here's a sneak peek on what's coming. The ambassadors will be able to log in with their wallet. The app will go and check for that non-transferable. If it sees it, give them the next step in being able to edit things. After that, they would have to, I think I still have to have them log in with Twitch or do some sort of handshake to say you're allowed to edit. Not that I don't trust my fellow ambassadors. I feel like it's just a security measure. You would want them to confirm that they are from that Twitch stream, but then let them update whatever.
Awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah, and the whole rating thing is awesome too. WAX streamers rating into each other. Maybe we can start. I mean, a lot of us already have schedules, but especially if it's like open to changing, you could take a look at the schedule and kind of see when other people already stream regularly, and you can pick a slot to where we can sync up raids. I know that CMS Ski was trying to like start to plan that kind of stuff out to where we have a whole bunch of WAX streamers just with a constant raid string. Eventually, we'll have something like that. I think we're getting on the way there. It's beautiful. I think it's just amazing, and it helps us as streamers a lot. The raids, they spread the word and they bring the viewers into their channels. and where we're all interested in wax anyway, it works. And I certainly appreciate the raids from you guys and from any other wax streamer.
Yeah,
Obviously, it really helps the view counts and keeping people around and sending them around to the right places for wax. So that's awesome.
Yeah, dude. And so, and this last thing here is just kind of like a template for a profile page. I have it up just because I'm a big fan of badges, like not just necessarily achievement badges, like badges that say you've either done something or you've been somewhere. And I think it goes a long way in validating the person as a person without having to give up too much personal information, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome. Anything else on the website to show us? Any questions, you guys? Because we're gonna do a grubfish next, and then after that grub, we're just gonna hang out and do any kind of remaining chats or questions, basically.
Yeah, it's a massive site. It's taking a little bit longer. What did we start in the chat? Did we do that? I'm sorry.
Let's start a conversation in chat. Well, that's all right.
Yeah, Coleman. So it was funny, man. And I don't know if you've ever heard me curse on stream. I definitely have. We're doing a week in wax, and somebody made a comment to me afterwards that it wasn't even like super vulgar. I think I dropped the F-bomb, which is gonna happen because it just is. Well, yeah, I've tried to consciously not. Sani, I don't know, has ever cursed on stream, dude, right? Have you?
Yes, I have. Where'd that come from?
I've never heard it. You're a saint in my eyes.
I try not to, but I definitely still curse.
It's up to the streamer and how they want to run it. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with cursing, but at the same time, I keep my stream clean. Just because some people don't want to hear it, and there's no reason to alienate people. That's my opinion, but it all depends on the streamer and what they run. So it's what I still really enjoy other streams where they curse a lot.
So who was I lost the comment? Somebody asked, "Do we do collabs?" So that's I guess an interesting question. I don't think we call them collabs, Sani. Maybe we do. We have projects that we're definitely close with, and I mean, like, I mentioned too, Taco Tuesday and More Sacred Wednesday. Like, those are two projects that we have, immense respect for, and have no problem signing, like co-signing on it. Like, that's the big thing. That's why I think NFTGamerTV with TD and Sany are even a thing, because our ideals align so closely. We have to feel comfortable co-signing for a project for us to,
Yeah, it makes sense. You don't want to push something that's gonna hurt people later.
Yeah. And those are two. I'm sorry.
We obviously do collabs. We're a collab app. We have one every single week. If there's any collections that I have not talked to that would like to start that conversation, maybe get up on here for an AMA. We also do our puzzle games, so that's the way it works. If you're going to collab with us, you have to have a week's puzzle game and provide some prizes. But I'm always open to talking to anyone about that and scheduling you up. However, we're kind of booked up until probably October. But it's totally doable. So that's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and do a grubfish. If there's any questions for TD and Sany here, we'll hit them after we're back. And the prizes will be, let's bring that up. Let's make sure we're...
Yes, I'm trying to follow Mr. Play to Earn's comments here. So, we're streaming Splinterlands for a while. Do you guys do collabs? I saw that. And then I'm super surprised I'm just hearing about this. hearing about what Sany's curse words, because I'm surprised that I'm hearing that he's claiming that he's ever said a naughty word.
I know
on
TD's
stream.
heard me curse. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
I definitely.
I would be shocked if I've never cursed on stream. I know
yeah,
there
I
was a
would say that you
time like
haven't.
last year around this time where I was telling TD like I need to chill on the cursing because I thought I was cursing too much. So maybe I stopped cursing and didn't even realize it. I don't know. I was born in Utah, so I kind of have like that switch I can just turn on and off when it comes to cursing.
I had some old-fashioned parents, so I can turn the switch off whenever I need to.
Yeah.
Some people have a harder time doing it.
Yeah, dagnabbit and gosh darn are not curse words. Listen to Wiga.
All right, for this Grubfish, the first place and the 10th place will get a giveaway ticket, the Wombat Dungeon commemorative one. That's all that's going to be on this one. After this grub, we're still going to have a little chat with them about anything, any parting thoughts and whatnot, stuff like that. And then after that, we'll still do 3 more Grubfish after that, after I sign them off. That will be from the same collections from the beginning. All right? So with that, it's the final call. Final call on the grubs. And
Sany, did we know with the actual with our stickers? Do we know what's up with them and Wombat? It's going to take some time for us to know if they're. I mean, we know that our collection is stakeable, but I know that sometimes the actual NFTs don't make it in when they should.
Sorry, say that again. I'm getting distracted by this chat.
Now I'm reading it too. You know what? But if a chick names their group chicks, then who am I to say that they can't name it that? Or any male for that. And it definitely was around well before. In fact, I would say chicken heads came from chicks, not the other way around.
I've never heard that term before.
interesting.
Yes, I know, Sany. I think everybody would make that deduction.
All right, I'm going to start the grub. I actually need to take a quick bathroom break. You guys can take a break or you can continue talking while it's going, but I'll be right back.
Cool. All right. I don't know, Mr. Playdown, I don't know what ton is. Do you know what that is, Sany?
I do not.
Yeah,
I
Mike
look it up,
Crypto
though.
is awesome.
I just remembered I can actually find that on Alcor.
Oh, the Open Network.
Oh, or is it not? Ton isn't a wax token. By the sound of that. Yeah, it is not a wax token. Maybe
Oh,
the
maybe I
creator
did create a Telegram. Oh my goodness. I don't know that would be a selling point for me.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I would agree with that. I'm not a Telegram person.
Yeah. So Sany, they asked about fantasy football in our Discord. What are your thoughts on that?
Open what? Sorry, what?
Jesus fucking Christ, Sany, come on. Man.
I was Googling Open Network, and when you said that, just
Dude, you've done
all
that
I
like
read was Open Network.
times in this alone, and like a dozen times to me today. On that one. I said that they had brought up a fantasy football. There you go. Yep, Elsie's got me.
Oh yeah. When is that starting?
That's what I asked you. What are your thoughts on it? I know that
We gotta do it.
Things that I would want to play, and if I would want to play, then I would want to have some input on the rules, and if that's putting it lightly, if I would want to be commissioner, and not because like I have some like need to have control. I know that my rules and the way that I would run it are tested and are the most fair and fun combination of rules that you can have. Puts a lot of emphasis on being accountable for setting your roster and staying active. I think people who don't ruin the league, they definitely impact the outcome. I think it's funny you asked that, Mr. Play to Earn. I actually made a comment about them in a that meeting I mentioned that I was in earlier. I said that I do not think that they're good for the ecosystem.
All right, let's carry this right on. But our winners are Regiv933 and Tissues. Congrats, Tissues and Regiv933. You got a giveaway ticket. All right, you guys can continue to join again. So what were we just talking about? Were you meant somebody just
Sani Network, and I feel like it's not a very viable project. Yeah, I don't think they'll be around at this time next year. I try not to get too engaged in these types of conversations because they can come back to haunt you for sure.
I was about to say, you said that quite factually, so somebody here took a screenshot of that, and it's gonna end up in your DMs in a year.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I can. This is my opinion. I'll always try to say that. My opinion is that that will not be around in a year. It might not even be around in 3 months, and that's. I feel like there's two ways of looking at any new project, and it's at that angle exactly. Like, what am I looking to get out of this? You'll have a game like. I mean, we started this conversation off with Upland, and that's I think a solid example, right? They've been around like 3 or 4 years now, and they're continuing to grow and build and extend. It's taken them a really long time to get to where they're at, but they never lost value at all. It's been the most consistent project by far that I've been in. And so that's kind of what you want to look for, right? You want to find the projects that you put $5 into today for your enjoyment, and then you extract that same $5, if not more, out of it a year, 2, 3 years. Like that should be what we're all looking to the NFTs for, right? Like, as far as gaming is concerned, the billions that we're spending on pixels that we can never own, or Sani can get kicked out of whatever community on Epic Games for selling them or whatever the story. I don't know why I'm calling it like that. It's funny, but it's true. You weren't able to retain the value or get it back in Web 2 gaming. I think people came at Web 3 or coming at Web 3 from a very fast money flip perspective, and I don't think that's the long-term future of it. I think it'll always be there, but I want to find the projects that I can play until I'm done with it, and then I can maybe make a profit by selling out of it and into the.
I think that's the right approach. Even if you don't end up getting a return on whatever you bought, if you're buying it for the game, the utility, the fun of it, if you enjoy it for what the project is and not worry about so much about the ROI, then it's the same thing as buying like any game that's not crypto, but then you still own it and you still can profit in the future. And I'm seeing some of the big games there in chat. Yeah, that's true. I'm not really a gamer, and I don't even have time to game, so I haven't played those myself. But I know that they're very popular and people like them.
Yeah, Warsaken.
I heard a lot about
Obviously,
Warsaken. We have them on in 2 weeks too, and I need to watch some AMAs to really see how the game's played. But people are super excited about that one. So, and I am
To
too.
me, it's like a life dream to them. So I could never see them giving up on that.
Yeah, yeah,
right,
same
right, right.
exact good point. The creators of the games, like you're also investing in them. If you like them as a creator, if you see that they're devoted to the project and are doing the best that they can anyway to give the best value to users, then that's a good reason to invest in that one. Even if
Yeah.
even if it does end up flopping in the end, like at least you did it. At least they did it with the best intentions. And especially if you see that off the bat, especially if they're
Right.
in
Yeah.
person, they're on the streams, they're answering things in their discords. They're not acting shady or behind a curtain or anonymous. These are all good signs of good people, and as long as they're doing the best that they can and are dressing everything and taking in feedback and applying it, these are all great reasons to buy into
I
a
think
project.
their amount of like excitement for their own project is really important too, because like there's
Yeah.
different types of ways a project can rug pull. One of the ones that we've been seeing more often lately is just running out of money. But if
Right.
it's something that truly gets them excited and it's a dream of theirs, uh, I think it more likely than not they're gonna push through, even if they like have to take out a second mortgage or something. That's just a quick
Right.
I don't know example. There's different things they could do, but like they'll do whatever they need to keep it going, even if like everything's going downhill.
Yeah. LC2 makes, I mean, you do make a point there. The problem for me is I came to crypto and NFTs to make some kind of income, even if it's tiny. If I wanted to play games for fun, I would not be here because there's nothing super fun right now. If you don't find the games themselves as fun as like traditional games, like I get that too, and, it makes sense. But there is earning opportunity too that you can look for. A lot of these wax games have play to earn inside the games. So it's not really much, it's not such a matter of flipping the NFTs, although you could do that too. But it's using the NFTs to play the game, and then you're earning token, and then you can claim that token, and that's yours.
Right. That's still not playing like that's. I think Mr. Play to Earn said like GameFi, like
Yeah.
when not the game that would like I played with Rocket League with Sani and my son not so long, like so that's genuinely fun. I spent real money to make my car look fancy like the one my son wanted his to look like, and I had no problem with any of that. We played it and it was entertainment and I enjoyed it. I don't know how I would react to knowing that I could play that same game and get that same $20 purchase and get it back, like sell it. The games aren't designed like that right now. I think
Pretty
they all
Agent-
are designed for income. They're just gamified investment vehicles. I can't say the I word. This is not investment advice, but
Yeah, there's strategies. I mean, also aside from playing to earn for token, like there's the rarities of the NFTs. The packs come into play with what you're pooling. You can blend NFTs up for rarities. So these are all strategies to get better NFTs that can sell good. So it's not always a matter of just buying the NFT and hoping it flips. It can be a matter of getting NFTs and then upgrading them and blending them into other NFTs that have more utility and things like that. And I appreciate you saying that there, Princey Agent, you like ConsumerBreak because we have actual fun stuff on there. Well, I appreciate you saying that. It's awesome. Of course, it's puzzle games, and you gotta kind of like puzzles, but we're doing our best to make them fun. Yeah.
this is Rocket League. I don't know. Yeah, Sani, are we still doing? Are we playing video games on stream tomorrow?
We should. We need to
Oh,
DM
shit,
everybody.
I forgot about the gamer NFTG chicks. I was supposed to plug that. They're going to be doing a. I don't know if it's no boys allowed gaming on Saturday. I would doubt it because I think like I know Alcy pretty well. but they definitely are going to have an NFTG Chicks Saturday stream. So anybody from any of the communities that would like to play whatever game it is they're playing, shout at us.
Yeah. More
Also earlier,
Oh, we're not doing it this
There you go.
Saturday. Okay, disregard everything I just said.
I was gonna bring up,
Go ahead.
or yeah, you go first.
Alice too saying, you know, more decent points there. It's a weird loop. A lot of the games you have to keep crafting more and more, and it kind of it sucks you into buying more before you actually get the reward you're looking for. I mean, that's all part of the strategy and whatnot. But and I had another point and I lost it. But
You're good.
go ahead. What was you saying?
I was gonna mention. I think Princey Agent she mentioned a lot of click simulators though, and I think just the word simulators is a good point there. Like, there's a big difference in my opinion between a simulator and a game. Like, a game where you, I guess it's still a game, but I just think they're different types of games entirely.
They are, yeah. It's very passive. It's just a matter of going in there and clicking. It's not. Yeah. I mean, a game usually is going to have you do something. There might be some skill element there. A game like Fallout.
One's like knowledge
Warcraft-
versus skill almost. Like a simulator is based on your knowledge of the stats and how everything lines up, I feel like, versus a game is about like how you can actually use the item, not just looking at the stats and doing math.
Yeah, and then a lot of other games also. Or somebody mentioned staking, so a lot of collections have staking where you have the NFTs and it's gonna sit in your wallet anyway. You can stake it somewhere, whether it's WAXDAO or in their own games, and you can earn that way. And then others have the pack elements, the random chance elements, where you could pull something. I mean, the giveaway tickets are a good example. You can get a ticket for pretty cheap, and then you could pull something that's really valuable, but it's based on chance. Somebody in the chat said they pulled one in Splinterlands that was worth $4,000. So it's out there. It's out there. Some people are lucky with their RNG, but that's all part of it. But you don't get any of that in mainstream games. See, so mainstream games, there's more options and they might be more fun, but you don't get to earn anything at all.
TD, your point, Wax used to be OP skins. They're founded on a microtransaction gaming foundation, and I feel confident that's where they're trying to get back to NFTs. I kind of agree with you there, but at the same time, it wasn't their microtransaction platform that they had built. Like, they came into something that had microtransactions through like their loot boxes and made it so that people can actually trade those items without a middleman.
Yeah, but it wasn't like they bought a company that did a thing. I get what point you're making. You're saying that they didn't.
Like, I don't think OP skins was at all part of the microtransaction that's going on there. So I feel like that's not necessarily their mindset. I don't know.
Okay. You are the expert.
No, I just wanted to bring that up because I wanted to have a debate over it.
Oh, you want me to debate you? You're wrong, dude. They bought a company. They knew exactly what they were doing when they bought it. They came in and it flourished until things went awry, and then learned about NFTs and saw the opportunity to continue what they were doing there so successfully in a new, brand new space. I think I am lagging.
Yeah, your video's lagging.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
I shouldn't
Sany's
be.
is better. Also, you were muted for a little bit there, but you're good now. Oh well.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm lagging.
Or maybe it's the lag that makes it look like you were.
Yeah.
That could be. Anyway, yeah, we learned a decent amount here with you. It's very exciting. I like the. Here, I'm seeing your lips move again. I think you're lagging.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know why I was doing that.
I like how, I mean, obviously we knew about your giveaway tickets. If anybody has a ticket and you're having issues redeeming it on the website, just let them know, and they'll dig through it. If it's an actual, like an IT issue that's preventing it from happening, they'll check it out for you. But I like the stream schedule you had on there. I think that's really good. and I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to like keeping tabs on it. I think it's a good thing to keep tabs on, and then anyone you're interested in, instead of trying to go follow their channels schedules, obviously you're following them on Twitch, but instead of looking at all their different schedules to see what's coming up, you can check it out on your site. I think that's a really good thing.
Right. And MJ Doja made a comment in the ambassador chat that gave me like a really good idea. I'm gonna see if I can implement it, but innovation and creating community tools is how we're all gonna get a lot better at what we're doing currently.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys will keep evolving too, and keep on innovating, and who knows, you'll have a whole bunch of tools. You might be the hub for wax collections at some point to go get some good marketing tools and stuff like that. That's awesome.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
Just download the app. Thanks, Mr. Plater. I hope you like it. We don't have a token, but we have plenty of NFT prizes on the app from various collections and as well as our own. We have a different collab every week. So next week will actually be Crypto Chibis, and the week after that, Warsaken.
Ah, it's a dope project.
Yeah, Warsaken introduced me to them, so we'll have them on. And then after that, there's some more upcoming. I don't know dates, but Cyber Vandals is along the way somewhere. Mike D Crypto will be coming on whenever we launch our own WAXNFT farm, which will happen in October 1st. Which will have wax in the pool. We're just gonna trial something like that for 3 months. We're gonna have a little farm with some wax in it to stake our NFTs and see how that goes. So yeah, lots of cool stuff coming. Same thing with you guys. What kind of interviews do you have coming up? Do you know? Like who's coming up in the next week, 2 weeks on your show?
Yeah. Sani, who do we got off the schedule or unplanned off the schedule coming up?
Well, I guess gaming stream tomorrow at some point. Next week we don't have any weekly streams. We just have the Weekend Wax, Taco Tuesday, Forsaken Wednesday, Mini Royale Madness, which is also on Wednesday. Dev stream on Thursday, and then the Degen Dialect Twitter Space on Thursday.
Yeah, I'll probably dev stream at some point today, just because I don't want to get in the habit of not doing something. 21 days is what they say, right? So 3 weeks in a row, we got to hit dev stream, and then it'll be a habit.
Awesome. I got the bounty block link there in chat. Also, right above that, we have another different bounty block that's ending tomorrow. So that one is with us in the online end. And if you want to enter that one too, you got 1 day for it. And then our new one that we just announced with NFTGamerTV, that's also here, and that ends in a week. So you have a whole week for that one. All right. And then same thing with our puzzles, like Get Them Solved. The stream one, the one with the password gamer, that ends in a few hours. So you want to hit that ASAP. And then that other one we looked at, the official Gamer TV one, that also ends in a week. So you have some time. And we set all those prizes, so there's a lot of prizes to be had. And good luck whenever you get tickets. Good luck on pulling something nice out of the big pool. Do you know how many NFTs total are in the pool? Is that something you can pull up? Just curious.
Yeah, it's just the wallet address is ticket.nftg, and then
yeah, I actually I have those exact numbers right in front of me. 514 total, and they're split between 2 pools, which there's no rhyme or reason in the moment that makes them different. They just had to be different because one is immutable, the other one
because
change.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Over 500 NFTs in the pool. That is awesome. I'm sure that's only going to grow as you keep on going, keep on doing interviews. And some of them are real. I mean, a lot of them are really, really good. And like I said, I pulled some cool stuff. So if you get a ticket, good luck. Hopefully you get something good, and you'll get tickets from the puzzle game. You got a ticket on that bounty blocks. The Grubs today, which will go out tomorrow. So there you go. There you go. I don't think I have other questions. Somebody asked, why are y'all so awesome? Why are you so awesome?
TD.
They said drop your wax address. First wallet wins, and I just wanted to see if anybody was gonna say, is that a real wax address?
All right.
And that's all I got, dude. I'll probably that is my wax wallet. That's a wax wallet, but I was just playing around, Mr. Play to Earn. That is a legit wallet, though. TD does in fact hate Apple.
You hate Apple?
TD loves Apple is also an existing wallet. I own that one.
It's a banter that started, and it's just kind of fun to refer back to it. I worked for Dell for a long time, and you just don't like Apple if you work for Dell.
Okay. I'm over here working on a Mac Mini, doing everything with my iPhone as my phone. That's what's up. All right, cool. It's been a great stream. I think we're going to sign you off in a minute. If there's any last questions to hit, go ahead and hit them. Other than that, obviously, they got their own Discord, the Twitch. We've been talking about the Twitch, so follow that if you don't already. Come on now. Come on, let's take them to 6,000 next. 6,000 followers next, right? And hit their Twitter, their Discord. If you have any questions about anything, you can hit them up there. And check out their streams. Check out our streams. If you're new to us, we normally stream Wednesdays, Thursdays. We're also going to do one on Sunday, which I'll get into here after I sign them off about what we're doing next. Do you have any other last words for the fam before we sign you off?
I heard we have a light week next week, so I'm really looking forward to getting a lot of work done. So just, I guess, keep your eyes on our Twitter, our Discord. You never know when something's gonna pop up, and we have something cool to show or talk about.
All right.
Yep, and thanks to everybody who showed up and watched, and thank you ConsumerBreak for having us on. Of
course. Thank you for the collab. Thanks for the prizes. Yeah. Making some awesome content for this week, and we'll keep shouting it out a little bit here and there throughout the week. So see how many players we can get on this bad boy. See how many players we can get on this bad boy, and then those prizes will be sent out when those games end. So that's what's up. Obviously, I'll keep in tabs when I can. When I can, you guys are streaming, I try to pop in, and then obviously when I'm leaving, when I'm ending a stream, I try to raid who I can. So if you guys are up, we try to hit you. That's what's up. Thanks for everybody that's been here. I'm going to continue, but I'm going to sign TD and Sany off. I hope you have a great rest of the day and the week.
You as well.
And
likewise.
Thank you, guys.
We'll talk to you another time. Thanks for coming on.
Bye.